Well, hello and welcome to another video, and today's a little bit different because today I've got something on my body that I'm really excited about. I know you can see it, but it's a bit like the elephant in the room. I'm not going to mention it. And we're heading up to Townhouse. Look at this light. This time of year when the sun doesn't get high, I love it. We're still holding on to touches of autumn, the splashes of colour, and it's just glorious, glorious. I'm so happy to be out. Right, I'll talk to you when I'm knackered at the top. Come on. I've been quiet, been testing this camera. Yes, the elephant in the room. As I said, walking up Tom Heights waterfall there, I've got myself a ZED. She's been nicknamed Zed. That's my baby. So it's a Z7, Z7, one of them, Z, Z, whatever you want to say. I'm calling it Z7, and I can't tell you just how much I hate it. Coming from a DSLR, the D750, to electronic viewfinder, and it's a whole new learning curve, let's just say. But when you do see this, oh, look at that light now. Oh, the light was lovely for the time of day, because it's just around, I think, about 1:15 now. We got this really diffused moment. The light was just diffused and coming through on Bowfell, Piker, Blisco and Crinkle Crags, just about. So I've tried to position one of the trees in the dip of the valley, quite like that, but it's a difficult scene. We was finding it hard to get balance, but we've got a pano as well. I've done a dirty pano. But just to go back to Zed, my new baby, Z7, it's going to be a massive learning curve. I can feel it now. Shots where I'd normally play around with exposure, I've got this visual representation straight away, and it's throwing me off. It's going to take a lot of time, and do you know what? It's going to be good time, and time well spent learning your gear. Like, I know the D750 like the back of my hand, and I know how it works, and I know the exposure values and how to get a shot. So at the moment, I'm clueless to how to get that type of shot. I don't know if it's too bright, but just down here you can see there's a silver birch that's still got some colour, and it's been backlit, and it looks, it just looks so painterly. But to try and get the exposure with this, I'm going against the grain. I'm underexposing, so in the EVF it looks quite dark, but then I've thought if I push it up too high it looks too sharp. So these are considerations that I'm finding. So throughout the day now, I'm going to keep popping on, telling you about where I'm up to with this camera and how I'm finding ways to manipulate the exposure values, depth of field, because shooting at f4 as well on some of these, just to knock out areas and just pick out parts of the tree, because with 45.7 megapixels it looks beautifully painterly. Just I don't know, when we get back there'll probably be a bag of washing, but until then we'll crack on. Right, let's get up Black Crag, come on. Right, so we're moving on from there, because as you can see the light's changing and we're thinking of sunset now. We've got sunset on our minds. Well, we've just stumbled across from the other place where we were looking across at the whole valley. We've just stumbled across a path taking us down towards Oxenfell, and wow, there's little copses of trees and the Langdales, but obviously the further we drop down here, the less we're going to see of the peaks. But then it gives way to this wonderful, flourishing, still autumn colours of oak tree, birch, larch. Oh, look at this winding path. Wow. The light's becoming very filtered and low, and it's so still. Listen. Just a breath. There's nowhere. I can see another shot. Those oak trees. Those little oak trees are being lit up, following the wall. What a place. What a place. An unknown place. People recognise because of the positioning in the mountains, and you're welcome to come and find it. But I think this is a place that I will be coming back to. And I always say this, there's a flag marked in, because this has got the makings of all weather conditions. And just, we're getting some soft light on the mountains. What a magnificent place. What can I say? Helvellyn, Fairfield, coming round, we've got all the Langdales, Pike of Blisco, all the way to Old Man. This location has blown my mind, even with a twisted ankle. Don't bother me one jot. So, we had glorious light, and now I'm doing my piece to camera. It's gone. Not to worry, because I think I've come to a point here where I'm going to call it the end. So this will be a short one again. I know I've been a few 20-minuters lately. I do apologise for that. It's because I get carried away, and I love editing. So I end up with lots of pictures. God knows how many pictures I'm going to have today off ZED Baby. Fingers crossed that me and Zed have been on the back of the camera. They look all right, but let's hope we've been getting along, shall we say. My exposure and trying different things, we'll see. So if you like what you've seen and all that, and there's only one thing left to say, and that's Sithee!